There we go. Got everything going. Good day to you all. Hope you're all doing pretty well. Today, I'm planning to go over some fun stuff that I haven't had a chance to go over on stream yet. So I'm going to be taking a look at the new Ashiok, Wicked Manipulator. And I'm going to be taking a look at Eriette of the Charmed Apple. So I'm going to play around with them. I'm going to tinker just a little bit. I've done a little bit of testing with Ashiok, but I feel like I need to do more testing with Ashiok just to get a better idea of how the walker feels. And as for Eriette, I've actually got all my footage for my video on her. So I already know what I'm going to be doing with her. So yeah, how are you all? Does anyone have anything fun going this weekend, or are y'all just staying in? What do y'all have going? It's my son's birthday this weekend, so we got a lot going on. We got an awful lot going on. All right, let's jump into our events. Let's play this out. So we're gonna get in there and we're gonna take a look at Eriette and see what it is that I'm doing with her. You'll see that I'll probably touch my face. I've got all this like stubble growing. I just need to shave it off. It's I'm not used to having the stubble. It's been a few days since I shaved. It's been wild. All right, let's go to Ajani. So I'm using Sleepy Ajani here for this because actually, is my microphone working? Yeah, it is. Cool. So for Eriette, if you're not familiar with how she works, she's a 2/4 for 10. She's the exclusive that's currently in the shop right now. And then she reads when an aura card enters the board or enters your graveyard, the first opposing creature without can't attack gains can't attack. And then it has, at the end of your turn, your opponent is going to lose life and you're going to gain life equal to the number of creatures with can't attack that your opponent controls, including their reinforcements. So Eriette just looked like a really, really strong card to me out the gate, just because I felt like there were going to be a lot of ways to either get auras on the battlefield or throw them in your graveyard. And so I felt like you'd be able to give the permanent can't attack to your opponent's cards really easily. But then I found in a lot of my testing with her, just as like a black creature as opposed to as a white creature, that black really doesn't have very good auras. It actually has really bad auras. There's really only 2 black cards that have aura that are any good. And so I was never really able to, using just a black deck, get her to work. And so then I tried to use her as the multicolored creature and then as a white creature. And that benefited me a lot better because the other colors have much better auras at their disposal. Namely, Nature's Embrace. This thing is going to convert 4 gems to green. It's only going to cost you 3 mana. And so you can get a pretty cool loop feed going with that and the Light Pause. So just casting 1 aura with Light Pause down and Eriette is going to make it so that you give all of your opponent's creatures can't attack for the rest of the game. So that's pretty strong. And then the last bit of what I have here is I have Curse of Vitality here just to give me life gain. And then I've got Thunderous Debut here so that I can get both of the creatures down at the same time, so I can get that loop going pretty easily. I've got Multani's Harmony down as my other aura. This just lets me kill my opponent a little bit easier because neither Eriette nor Light Pause really have their own way to kill the opponent. And then you'll see that I'm running my trio of Dryad Arbor, Colony Garden, and Nissa's Expedition. So it's the point here was to really take advantage of Eriette being a control card, which is what she is, and then to play off of that. So I honestly really fell in love with this deck right here. I tried to do it in other decks, and I can show you her in other decks, but I just found that using her in a black deck, like, you're just going to have so many better removal options than Eriette that you might as well just use her for what she is. So, Brokon as an opponent. I feel like I don't see Brokon that much anymore, but that's okay. We'll get Eriette down here. You do need to have Eriette down in order to be able to start making her work. So let's see. My opponent's got mana forming. That's fine. I do want to get rid of... Oh, see, I want to get rid of this match here so my opponent doesn't take it, but I'd rather take the white into green here. That's going to be the better match. So for those of you who just tuned in, I was wondering, do y'all have any fun plans this weekend? So if anybody's got something fun, go ahead and let us know. Okay, so this thing, you're gonna create, you're probably gonna create a drone token here, which is fine. Let's see. The things are gonna be at 4. It's currently at 3. The drone. So if I actually destroy this blue thing here, and you use your -2 to make the drone, you'll destroy the thing. So let's see. Can I get you to destroy the thing? No. Ooh, you're using your own colony garden. Fantastic. Okay. I'm saying fantastic because if my opponent's playing their own garden, then I can go ahead and lock those down. I think blue is the way to go with the Johnny here. So, yeah, let's take blue. Battle for the Ages. You know, I don't have enough mana crystals for Battle for the Ages. I would really like to have enough mana crystals for Battle for the Ages, but I just don't. Ooh, I'll get a 5 match this turn, maybe. No, I will not, because my gems will be destroyed. Because of course they will. But now we've got Light Paws, so we've got all the good stuff out here to make this really go. So I just need to get Light Paws down, and then my opponent's kind of doomed. Yeah, we'll just say that they're doomed because I've got the elemental tokens down there, and they're going to make a whole bunch of those little buggers. But I've also got them. I've got them locked down a bit, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I do want to play the Nissa's Expedition here. That would be ideal. Let's see, what's going to be the best way to do this. I feel like the Nature's Embrace is going to match me my green gems anyways, so let's just, yeah, so let's do that. It's gonna match me my green gems. And then I'm gonna confirm, and I'm just gonna get a whole bunch more of these. Going to a Portuguese tapas place, then watching a string quartet. That sounds fantastic, Sergio. What gave you the idea to do that, pray tell? Because that sounds super fun. Like, super duper fun. Alright, so we're going to keep going here. We're going to get our own elementals down, which is fine. My opponent's getting elemental tokens, but my opponent having those extra elementals is actually bad for them. Okay, so they're going to get a ton of mana from these seed gems. Oh no, you're destroying my stuff. Oh well, that checks out, honestly. You're going to destroy my Void Elemental? Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to get more Elementals out of this, though. You're getting an Inker Moon Gauntlet. That's fine. Maestro's Charm is going to destroy that guy. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Your Elementals are going to be killing you, though, buddy. Because of Eriette. So, let's see. Here, my opponent doesn't have any new creatures. I would, however, like to get another Light Paws if I can. So let's drop Light Paws over here, and I'll drop the Curse of Vitality as well. I'd like to get a Curse of Vitality down. Yeah, I mean that's something that was like the next obvious question, right? Is how did you hear about that? But that sounds like a really interesting weekend, Sergio. I just have birthday party stuff, which is cool. I am glad that I have birthday party stuff. That is not me complaining about birthday party stuff. I am very happy about that. My son deserves to have a very nice birthday party. All right, so here here's something really cool about this combo, right? So with Multani's Harmony and Light Paws, you actually don't have to cast the Multani's Harmony as we go back and forth with those. So you can choose to like stop casting the Multani's Harmony, which is really nice. I'm actually just going to go ahead and play the harmonies on all my creatures here, and then I'm gonna freeze the Multani's Harmony down in my hand so that Light Paws can go off next turn if I need it to, if my opponent plays anything. No, my opponent's just going to die to Eriette. And then that's it. So that was actually a really cool match. That was way cooler than the matches that I had recorded. just because seeing the Colony Garden face off is kind of like amazing. And seeing how Eriette can kill your opponent by them getting a whole bunch of tokens as well. So, even though my opponent was getting absolutely ridiculous amounts of mana, didn't matter. Eriette and Light Paws were able to power through that. Truck driver. Really, Falkroy? So for truck driving, right, when you're going across the country, do you have like a partner? And so you guys just trade off and then you get like rest time, or is it just you're sort of riding the gas the whole way? Like how does that work out for you guys? All right, I've got a spam call from healthcare. Okay. Let's see, we got Nissa's Expedition. Okay, so yeah, we definitely need to cast this thing. And we're going to get a guard in. I don't know about you guys, if you guys get like a ton of spam calls, but I feel like in the last year, spam has just gotten like out of this world. Just so much of it. This is actually a really bad situation here. Because my little guy over here, what is this? My garden is in a really dangerous spot. So my garden's probably going to break, and I don't love that. But I do have Teferi coming down, and that's good. So Teferi's going to come down. I don't actually have any of my little 5/5 creatures either, but that's okay. Like, the garden breaking is not the end of the world. It just makes me really sad because I obviously don't want my garden breaking. Okay, Nature's Embrace I can't play because I don't have any creatures, which tells me that I need creatures here. That would be really good. The Dryad Arbor would actually be really good as well. So let's see. What is the play? My opponent's got 3 creatures down. I think that the play is to see if I can't pull... No, I got Light Paws twice. That's unfortunate. I was going to say it was to see if I can pull Eriette. So here I think that the play is going to be to... What's this? Beginning of your turn, lose 3 life, create a token. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to destroy this thing over here. You play after shutdown. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, so my opponent's going to get a whole bunch of little critters down, which will make it really good for when I actually pull Eriette. I just need to get her. The sooner the better, obviously, because I'll be able to have her and Light Paws sort of tag team my opponent in really bad ways for my opponent. So I really just need to get Eriette down. Let's see. So what's going to be the way to do this? What's going to be the best way to do this? I need to get rid of the white gems. So let's definitely get rid of the white gems. We do not want my opponent having the access to all the white gems. So we're going to get Light Paws down here, which is so-so. What I really need is Eriette. But I just auto-win this turn if I get Eriette down. And Ariette's going to just put in some massive work here against opposing Ajani. If I can get her down, so. All right, let's see. We got the Arbor. Let's do Teferi first, just in case we draw Eriette this way, which we don't. I'm gonna destroy that Arbor over there, and we're gonna hope that we fetch Eriette here. One of these two has to be, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's gonna be game over, because I've got my 3 things to drop. Ariette's going to have that. So this should cast her, right? Yeah, it does. Okay. So Eriette comes down. Curse of Vitality is going to force my opponent's first creature to have can't attack. And then we're going to put Multani's Harmony on the Elemental, which is going to cause my opponent's second creature to have can't attack. We're going to Nature's Embrace to get a whole bunch more mana and elementals. And then we're going to take another Nature's Embrace to get more elementals, because why not? And then we're going to put Multani this time on Light Paws. And we're going to make more elementals, because why not? And then we're going to gain a ton of life. So we're back at full, and my opponent is now in a really bad position life-wise, because they've got a board full of creatures. that can't attack, won't attack, and are going to be draining their health for the rest of the game. So this is very much game over for my opponent. And at this stage, I actually don't need to. I don't really need to do anything except for just wait until my board state kills my opponent. My opponent's just dead here. So for light pause, we can go ahead, take another Multani's Harmony here. I'm going to freeze that down just in case my opponent plays a board wipe and I need to reset the board. But this should be game over. Again. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So, alright, we're dead, but that's going to trigger Multani on all my creatures. Yep. And then we're going to draw. Okay, well, I don't need the Thunderous Debuts here. I could play them, but there's really no point. And this should be enough to kill my opponent, I think. Isn't Leyline only supposed to be the first match? Yeah, for the first time during your turn. Alright, I feel like Leyline triggered twice that turn, but maybe not. I feel like it did. Okay, so we get 1, we get 2, and that's very much game over. Cool. So that's Eriette in a Johnny Sleeper Agent. And so you can probably see why I enjoy this deck so much, is you just get your 2 cards down and then you run rampant, which is really cool. Pun intended, because green and the elementals being rampant elementals, but yeah. Alright, so now we're going to move to black, and this could be a bad idea. So, let's see, do I still have my Liliana deck that I made her? No, I don't. Alright, so if you run her as a black deck, my idea for Eriette here, oops, Eriette, where are you, girl? Alright, so my idea here was that she reads that when an aura card enters your graveyard, the first opposing creature gains can't attack. And so if I run Eriette with this Liliana, which is going to make it so that your opponent is going to be discarding, or you're going to be destroying your library, you're going to be milling your stuff, that you'd be able to do really cool stuff with that, but no. So let's see, for spell, for sport, for creature, Atraxa is pretty cool in this deck, actually. Let's see, do I want to run Atraxa here, or do I want to run the Blade Coil? Shieldred I actually ran in this for a little bit too, and that was really fun, because she just destroyed everything, but Shieldred was a bad idea to run with Eriette. There was no point. So let's do... let's do Blade Coil here. And then for our auras, you'll see that we really don't have very many in black. The best one at our disposal is Curse of Oblivion, because this card is amazing. But then other than that, you're stuck with this garbage here. You've got Necrogen Communion to give things toxic, which isn't super great, but we're going to throw it in here anyways. And then you've got Gift of Fangs. Hey Roy, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by. We got Weight of the Underworld, which we don't want, and we've got Consecrated by Blood, which we also very much don't want. So auras aren't great over here, which brings you to Roll, and you've really only got one card with Roll that's worth it, which is Ariette's Whisper. So we're definitely going to be running that one as well. And then for the last cards in the deck, what was I running? I know I ran the Mox, so let's put the Mox in. The Mox is necessary here. And then here and here, what did I finish off this deck with? Meeting of the Five is in the deck for sure. I think I actually ran the Kami War in this. But the Kami War is really dangerous to run here, because if you do, it's just going to kill all your opponent's stuff. You know what? I could run Beseech the Mirror, which is pretty fun. I mean, it's exactly right. It's good if your creature dies. That's what it's good for. It's good for just in case your creature dies. Let's see. where is the thing that I was looking for? What was I looking for? I'm drawing a blank. It's I think, Sergio, you're the one who told me that I should use Gen, right? Well, I found a use for Gen that I like. Which is to run it with the Saga. You know what? I'm just going to throw the Saga in. Saga. No, I need card draw. Saga or card draw? What's the way here? I have no card draw in this deck beyond Meeting of the Five. Which should be fine, actually. You know what I need? I need something that's going to destroy Vanguards, just in case. So let's go with card draw. And this thing destroys Vanguards, right? Okay, that destroys Vanguards. So we'll do that. Yeah, so I've been playing Eriette. Roy, did you miss the other decks? The other decks are definitely my favorite of the Eriette decks, by far. They're really, really cool. All right, this is actually a pretty easy starting choice. We're going to do this into this. Just get rid of all those white gems. And then we're going to take the more white gems out of this, the better. All right, well, this is going to give us a bunch of loyalty, which is good, at least. Just get rid of as many white gems from my opponent's... so my opponent can't use white as possible. Wow, I really should have played the dog. Goodness, I did not expect that. All right, well, now I'll play the dog. Do I want to fill my graveyard with stuff? Sure. The dog's gonna give me free stuff, so let's play the dog. Oh, that's a really good point. I like it with you know what? Hold on. Let's really quickly get rid of my opponent's hand here. We're gonna get a Blade Coil back for free, just to get rid of their hand, and then I'm gonna put the Necrogen Communion on the dog. Yeah, again, it's just really great for getting like the Saga or what have you back, which is really nice. I like getting the free stuff. The free stuff is good. The Wicked roll isn't actively doing a lot in this particular deck, which is fine. But let's see. You know, I could throw more in my graveyard. Sure. Let's see if we can get an Eriette. I think that at this point my opponent's just really not going to get very much this game because of how I have this set up. So let's make it so that now the Blade Coil does not die. And then I'm going to take an Eriette here so that we have all of our creatures. And then we'll give my opponent Phyrexian Toxins, even though I don't think that those toxins are going to do anything for them this game. I think my opponent's just sort of doomed, right? There's really no point to me holding on to that thing. Let's just keep dumping things into the graveyard. And then... Alright, I definitely want to match the Wicked roll, because that's going to make it so that we get a curse back, I think, right? Yep, we're getting Curse of Oblivion back. Do I want a night creature down? No, I don't. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing about playing this deck this way, right? And this is what I don't like about this, is that, like, Eriette is doing absolutely nothing for me here. Like, this is entirely Kroxa and the Blade Coil Serpent, right? Like, there's no doubt about it being Kroxa and the Blade Coil Serpent that are running the show. And so, like, every single different, like, black deck that I made that I was trying to showcase Eriette in, I was really just showcasing Kroxa in some way. Where I was trying to do something where I would throw them away and then I'd get things back, and it just didn't work out how... Like, it wasn't interesting. Let's put it that way. And so... One of the things, right, when I make a video is I try to make sure that the footage that I'm getting of it is at least interesting. And the footage for that definitely was not. So here we're going to get another Blade Coil, draw some more cards. And this is, once again, it's the Kroxa and Blade Coil show, because my opponent has no cards in their hand. I can choose every turn to draw or discard or really whatever I want. And so this game is very much over. My opponent really doesn't have very much going for them. I probably should stop throwing things in my graveyard though. That would be a smart thing to stop doing. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna make that match just to get rid of my opponent's hand, and then we're gonna give Eriette's Whisper to this thing over here. Keep giving rolls. I could bring Eriette back, but then it's gonna exile the first cards to my graveyard, and I don't really want to do that. I just want to kill my opponent here. So, and then my opponent's turn is gonna start. They're gonna take 13. It's the only option for Wicked Roll in white. Is it really? Wicked Roll is solid. So I suppose that just tells me that I need to tinker more with Wicked Roll in white. That's what that tells me, is that I need to tinker more with Gen like that. But I also prefer Starfield of Nyx. No, I'm not doing this. And my opponent's dead. So really good control. Really, really, really good control, but Eriette does nothing. Like there's literally no reason to run Eriette there. So that white deck that I showcased is definitely where you want to run Eriette. But this deck, there's just nothing. There's nothing doing. There's no reason to run Eriette over black control. Yeah, the Rabble is really, really good. I still haven't played a game with Rabble. I need to. I only just pulled it. Which brings us to Ashiok. I've seen Rabble Rousing in events. I've had it played against me. It's never really like gone off, but I definitely need to try and play it. So this was the deck that I was trying with Ashiok. I was trying to see if there was a way for me to make Ashiok and Eriette work together, and they just didn't work together like very well because I just killed everything. There was just no point. The Gen and Kami War. Nice. Okay. That's good to know, Sergio. So the Kami War and Gen really stole the show here and made it so that Eriette didn't do anything. So I'm going to be pulling Eriette out of this deck. We've got no good reason to run her. I'm going to be throwing Ariette's Whisper out of the deck as well because there's really no reason to run that either. And then before I go into the card pool, I want to go over Ashiok Wicked Manipulator's kit to explain a little bit of what it is that I'm doing here. So Ashiok is a mono black planeswalker. It's got primary gains in black and in blue. And so the first ability is going to be a fetch, where you're going to fetch 2 of the top 4 cards, give the 2 that you fetched 7 mana, and then the other 2 are going to get thrown into your exile with a Nightmare Emblem on them. The Nightmare Emblem doesn't do anything, except for Ashiok's third ability, which benefits from having more cards in your exile with the Nightmare Emblem. I feel like it's kind of unfortunate that Ashiok has to throw things into exile with the Nightmare Emblem, honestly, just because it makes it so that you can't just run an exile deck that is really, really strong with Ashiok, because Ashiok needs to exile everything itself. It has to use its own abilities to make itself work and to really get a lot out of it. The second ability, Tangible Fears, you're going to make these 6/1/1 Black Nightmare tokens that have Berserker and Death Touch, so they're going to kill stuff. And then they're going to make it so that when a creature you control, or when this creature deals combat damage to your opponent's planeswalker, you're going to exile the top card of your library and give it the Nightmare Emblem, which just ensures that you're going to be giving something a Nightmare Emblem every single turn. And then when this thing dies or loses a reinforcement, you personally lose 5 life. The life loss is important, and I'll get to that in a minute, but that's from Ashiok's passive. And then finally, the bottom ability, you're going to exile the top 10 cards from your library and give them all the Nightmare Emblem, and then you're going to give all of your opposing creatures -X until end of turn, and then your opponent is going to lose life and you're going to gain life equal to the total number of cards with Nightmare Emblem in your exile. But to me, really, like, part of the bread and butter of this thing's kit is the passive, Counting the Black Sheep, which says when you lose life during your turn, you're going to exile the top card of your library, give it the Nightmare Emblem. If it's a black card, you're going to gain life equal to half that card's mana cost, and this effect can only trigger once per turn. So basically, if you can make it so that you lose life on each one of your turns, then you're going to be able to gain a ton of life from this passive. And so I found that actually this Vraska's Betrayal Sting worked super duper well in this. I was shocked. But this 0 ability to draw a card and then give it a shield and do the proliferate escalate thing made it so that I could use her first to draw a card and then lose life, which triggered to gain a bunch of life. And then also that also went pretty well with the Kami War and with Gen. And it provided me with a tremendous amount of control on the board, to the point where I was just going slap happy on my opponents. So that was really cool. I'm running Mox Jet. I'm running some other goodies in the deck as well. But since we're gonna, I was running Gristlebrand so that I could burn myself and get the life gain. I was running Cut the Prophets to be able to burn myself and get the life gain. But really, once you get Vraska's Betrayal Sting down, you got everything that you need there from the life gain standpoint. So the other things that I'm going to do for this one, I'm going to want one more creature in the deck. What other creature do I want in this deck? This is the question. The extra draw from Gristlebrand as well. Yeah, Gristlebrand draws a ton of cards, which makes it a scary, scary bad guy. A very, very scary bad guy. You know, I might run Sheoldred here. I really like Sheoldred a lot. And then we'll actually get through Sheoldred's saga faster. But let's see, as long as there are extra more cards in your opponent's graveyard. I'm not throwing things into my opponent's graveyard with this deck, though. I'm exiling stuff, but I'm not destroying stuff. So then let's go with Infinite Obliteration here. I think this is how I want to run it this time. Infinite Obliteration is just such a useful card. Let's run it this way. This looks good. I'm up against a spell deck, of course. Atraxa, I don't know. I both like and don't like Atraxa. I need to play with her more, obviously. That needs to happen. The Mox Jet, cool. I like getting the Mox turn 1, and I like getting Loyalty turn 1 as well. So that's good. And then the Mox, I don't have New Rowan. I probably won't have New Rowan for quite a long time either, because you need to have there's something you need to have in order to be able to play Rowan, and I'm having a massive brain fart about it, and I'm really annoyed that I'm having a brain fart. You need mana crystals, and I do not have mana crystals, so I do not personally have a way of making Rowan happen. So, all right, my opponent keeps playing these hasty things. What are they? Are they from this thing? At the beginning of combat, 2 or less creatures play this thing. Okay, well, let's get rid of that thing then. Let's start by drawing cards. So we're going to lose life, we're going to gain life, and we're going to throw something into the Nightmare Engine. And then I'm going to do the 5 swap. You know, actually, for the 5 swap, let's Infinite Obliteration. And then we're going to draw some more cards. So let's get rid of my opponent's stuff. I don't have the gold to play Battle for the Ages. So that's not going to be happening for me for quite some time, unfortunately. That thing is not my favorite thing that I've seen so far, but it's okay. I got Silent Blade, I've got Sheoldred, I've got Curse of Oblivion. I'm feeling pretty good about this right now. I actually haven't played... I've already drawn, right? Yeah, I have. I haven't actually played Ashiok's second ability before. I'm kind of tempted to. Do I use Ashiok's second just to use it? It's just 1 extra card. No, I'm not. I'm using the first ability. The second ability is dog do. All right. We're gonna go up this way and get Gristlebrand. That's the way. Yeah, Gristlebrand is the way. We want Gristlebrand because we want the free mana from both the Mox and Gristlebrand. That would be good. Double mana is good. My opponent's getting stuff. That doesn't matter because that thing's going to die to my Saga this turn anyways. So... Oh, no, I accidentally hit cancel. Maybe I hit not cancel. I don't know. I think I hit cancel. Hold up. You guys need to toss stuff. I got too much stuff in my hand. Okay. What don't I need? I want everything. I want absolutely everything in my hand right now. Well, that does not help me. I guess I'll get rid of Curse of Oblivion. I'm going to get rid of Shieldred. Curse of Oblivion. Shieldred? Curse of Oblivion. Which one? I'm going to get rid of Shieldred. Shieldred doesn't do me a lot against a spell deck. And I'm going to draw. I get another one of these guys. Alright, whatever. And I get a dragon. Because of course I get a dragon. And I don't need that dude. But I do want this dude. Oh, but I do want to get rid of the top 2 cards in my opponent's library. Or their hand. I'm gonna go for Silent Blade. We're gonna get this thing. Sure. Homeboy can have the Wicked Roll. Why not? Alright. No, I don't want the night creatures. Yeah, you are welcome to zap my stuff. You got another one of those things, my dude? My goodness. You are just... You are decided that you need to play as many of those things as possible. Okay. So what this tells me is that I need to play another Kami War. This is my Mox Jet, isn't it? Of course it is. Because the game wants my Mox Jet to be destroyed. So let's bring Mox Jet up a little bit. And then I've got nothing to do ability-wise, so let's just, let's play the dragon. Oh, I get a free Kami War out of this. Well, that's, okay. Yeah, Kami War. Get rid of your hand. And then, okay. Well, this, sure, take extra turns here. 20 mana, are those both meetings of the 5? Of course they're meetings of the 5. A 16 mana card and a 9 mana. One is Void Rend, and the other's Blade Coil. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to get hit by... Oh, no, you're using the Charm? You're not using Void Rend? Interesting choice. Super interesting choice. I don't agree with your life choices here, my friend, but that's okay. Sure. I will take the hit to get free mana to whatever's in my hand. What is it? Curse of Oblivion. I love it. That thing that's in my opponent's hand, we don't need that down. Sure, let's gain life. Life gain is good. I'll use my 3rd ability, and I'll gain 18 life. Because why not? And then we're going to freeze all the other stuff down. And then I'm just going to take the red. Wait, you're red? Oh, yeah, no, we're taking the red match away from you. No. Oh, Jaya can't play Void Rend. Yeah, she's mono red. That would make a lot of sense. I just see Meeting of the 5 and I see the 9 and I immediately think Void Rend. It's like it's stuck in my soul, you know? As soon as I see it, it's just a reaction where I feel like it has to be that. Yeah, I want the 5 match over there for sure. And I'll take another Curse of Oblivion. I do not want the Night token. I'll take the free goggles. Really? Did Void Rend change to make it so that you have to target? Is that how Void Rend changed? Because I thought that it used to be that it didn't have to target. It was just it would destroy things. But now whenever I play it, I have to target things. I could use my first, or I could not use my first. It doesn't matter. My opponent's doomed. Just kill them, Michael. Yeah, they got nothing here. 21 mana. Did you just give me another Pyromancer's Goggles? Yeah, they're dead. The library destruction. You know, doesn't what's his face? Doesn't Xander mill from the top of the opponent's deck? It does. It definitely does. Xander should be in this deck, shouldn't he? Xander mills. Switch this up. Xander. No. Xander. Oh my gosh. Xander mills, right? Destroy the top 5 cards. Okay, we're gonna run Xander here. Let's tinker with this deck a little bit. Let's run Xander instead of the Oni. And then let's run Meeting of the 5 instead of that thing. And then for my 3rd multicolored card, I could run something like You don't automatically destroy a creature with sleep with the fishes. Alright, so you're saying use the charm. The charm destroys stuff. Charm. Destroy the opposing vanguard, support, or creature with the greatest mana cost. Well, that's pretty fantastic. Draw 3 cards and give them outcast. Actively dislike. Exile all cards from your opponent's graveyard. Oh, I very much don't want that. Cemetery? I spelled cemetery wrong. Isn't it cemetery? Cemetery. Like this? This? You may destroy the top 2 cards from your library. If you got 20 or more cards in your graveyard. I don't have anything that's destroying my library. I'm exiling. So... Roy, since the change to Void ran Master's Charm over any other charm. Self-mill? Wait, am I missing something with the charm then? Self-mill. Charm? Oh, that's Riveteers. Okay, Mastro's Charm. Pick one of the first 4, then destroy the top 3 of your library. I see what this is saying. Okay, your opponent loses and you gain, and then a Vanguard. Okay, sure. We'll run Mastro's Charm. Why not? Let's throw Mastro's Charm in here. Although, in general, I do think that... What's-its-face is better. What's it called? Infinite Obliteration. I feel like Infinite Obliteration is an incredibly underrated card. It's one of my least favorite cards to play against. Ooh, well, I like this as a starting hand. This is good. This is really good. I'm going to take the blue away from my opponent here in case I can get a Cascade going, which I can, which is good. And then now... Yeah, I'm definitely playing Xander this turn. Although, I want the Curse of Oblivion more than I want the Xander, but I'd rather get rid of my opponent's cards. That makes more sense. That's the smart play, right? Oh, no. Oh, I don't like that. Alright, no. 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 You don't get this. Shoo. Oh no, I had a 5 match on the right! I didn't even look there. I was just so intent on playing the Mox thing. Alright, well I've got a 5 match this time to make up for my stupidity. Okay, Curse of Oblivion or Shieldred? Let's go Curse of Oblivion first. Let's do the 5 match. Should have flipped that around. Right, because Shieldred... What does this True Scriptures do? Destroy stuff? Oh, no, I'm playing Shieldred. Because I've got Xander down, I'm playing Shieldred. Definitely. Definitely. Let's do it this way. I thought... So, Chris, you're both correct and incorrect. You are correct that Ashiok is exile-based. However, you have to be the one to exile the stuff. I don't want to destroy the Xander, because it's going to make me lose all of my stuff. I hate destroying Xanders. Alright, what are you going to make me destroy? I'm losing my support. Because of course I do. But you have to be the one to exile them, Chris. So Ashiok, you'll see that you need them to have the Nightmare Emblem. And the only way to get the Nightmare Emblem on them is if Ashiok exiles them with the first ability, the third ability, these Nightmare tokens exile them, or if you get it with your passive over here. So you have to exile them with Ashiok's abilities in order for you to actually get anything out of it. Alright, well that was really annoying that my opponent used whatever this thing is to get copies of Xander. I don't approve of that play. That was not a Michael approved play. We're going to go ahead and just get blue mana to try and get the Curse of Oblivion down. I should have just let Xander stay down. That would have made a lot more sense. That would have made a lot more sense. Because when Xander dies, do you lose half? Half the opposing cards at random. Xander is annoying. which is why I use it, but Xander is annoying. Let's see. I don't have anything that I like in my hand, so let's... Ooh, well, now I will. I want these two. I actually really want Shieldred down, because that's going to be crazy if I can get her down. Oh, I can't get her down. Okay, so it's either Shieldred or Xander, Gen, and the Charm. Okay, let's do Xander, Gen, and the Charm. That makes more sense than Shieldred here. Okay, meeting of the 5. For Xander, get rid of stuff. Gen, sure, you can have this. And the Charm. And so now, okay, so pick one of the first cards, fetch it, and then destroy the others. I mean, Griselbrand is really tempting here. But I also really want Vraska, so I can try my Vraska play with both of Vraska and... I really want to try this with both of Vraska and other thingy. I know that's not helpful to say Vraska and other thingy. Vraska and Shieldred. Yeah, there's a very remote chance that I'm tired. And so my recall for names specifically is struggling just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, let's see. Let's go with this red one just so we can start clearing stuff out around that. All right, Shieldred dies now, right? Because that's how she works, or is it at the start of my turn? It's at the start of my turn. Okay, well, that's fine. So now Shieldred's going to turn into a Vanguard, right? Cool. Definitely wanted that to happen. That was exactly why I did this. So now I need to find a way to get Vraska down. I don't have a way to get Vraska down. Maybe for a while. Let's just go for some loyalty then. And oh no, that's gonna die. There. Oh! They didn't destroy my Mox. All right, so my opponent discards 3 cards to that thing. All right, so when I pop the Mox, is it going to... Shoo. You know what? We're going to test something. Shoo. When I pop the Mox, does it give me the mana when I pop it too? I don't think it does. Oh, it does. Okay. Well, we're going to meeting here so my opponent doesn't have cards in their hand, because I approve of my opponent not having cards in their hand. And then I'm going to fetch another Mox, because I destroyed my Mox, although the game is over, so that doesn't matter. Sure, you get the Charm thing. Well, that didn't work. Me destroying the thing did not. It made it so we couldn't have the fun. So we need to do this again, and we need to make sure that I don't destroy the thing. The Xander. That's its name. Xander. I need to just make sure I don't destroy a Xander. That's how we make the happy times happen. Otherwise, it's not happy times. Xander. Heathen 2006. Wow, I haven't seen this Luca Planeswalker, like, ever, actually. I don't think I've ever faced it in the wild. What do you do again? First creature gets mana. You got... Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I remember now. You're dog crap. Alright. No offense meant. We're going to Meeting of the 5 first, and we're going to Shieldred second. Let's see. We're going to get green into black into loyalty here, which will be nice. Let's do it. Let's do green into black into loyalty here, and that's going to be a 5 match for the loyalty as well. That's going to get me Meeting of the 5 down. Oh boy. Well, that was a big kid play right there. We're going to take another Meeting of the 5, I think. I want Griselbrand. Forget it. I want Griselbrand. I'm already playing a Meeting of the 5 this turn, so I'm bored of Meeting of the 5. And I've only just played it. I should not have put the food on that Shieldred. She's going to die. Alright, the Kami War goes to the graveyard. Yeah, that's a good thing, because I have again, so I need the Kami War and the Curse of Oblivion to go to the graveyard. So now we'll take the Meeting of the 5. We get a bonus swap. This is fair and balanced at its finest. What's this thing? That's the food. We don't care about food. Do you want to give me... I picked 2 cards. Ooh, I get to pick Vraska, and I'll take a Xander. And now I want to play Vraska. Okay, this is good. See, this game is going a lot better than last game did. This is going to be another triple match. And now we get Vraska down. This is a great turn one. If my opponent was a real person here, I'd feel bad. It's going to give the full mana. It did definitely give us the full mana. We like that. We'll take the full mana that way. So we're going to take damage to gain life, which is good, and we're going to throw things into the nightmare zone as well. Let's see. Do I have any black or blue matches? No, I do not. Do I have any good matches? No, I do not. So the game wants me to take a loyalty match, but I don't approve of that. I'm going to take that match on the bottom. Ooh, man, that cough just is never going to go away, is it? So here eventually... Oh, yes. Give me this. Let's get rid of something like that. And then let's do this again. Oh, wow, I get another one. Another one. We'll take it. So let's see. In this case, I'm going to go Gristlebrand first. Mox second. I should not have the Mox there. I should have put Meeting of the Five up. That would have made more sense. Alright, well, whatever. You're playing your own Mox. That is really foolish. You know that you're playing a green deck, right? There's way better options than a Mox in green. I just feel like this is a public service announcement that you clearly need, but you shouldn't need. There's no reason to run a Mox in green. It is foolish. Alright, we're getting rid of this thing. And then... Alright, we've got the scriptures, so this is going to move it all forward, right? So the Kami War is going to happen. Oh man, they discard 3 more cards and destroy 3 more? That is so stupid. Alright, that's cool. Alright, so we're going to play a Mox here. Okay, we're going to play the Mox here. Now we'll have... Oh, my opponent's going to match my Mox. They're going to take the green into black. Yep. Alright, you're going to gain life? Thank you. I very much appreciate that you gained life there. Because this means... Brambleworm. Yeah, okay, I'll take Brambleworm over this thing. Sure. 2. We get this. We get this. Oh man, this is beautiful. Curse of Oblivion, the Kami War. I can bring Sheoldred back. I'll bring Sheoldred back instead of this thing. Sure. Is there anything else for me to do here? No. Alright, destroy stuff. You, come on up. You, I don't need anymore. You... Do I have anything going here? Oh no, I had this thing again. Oh, I should have just left the Brambleworms. Xander, I need my opponent's Brambleworms. I'm sorry. I need them, apparently. I really do. It's important. Alright, I don't need that. We're gonna do this exile thing. What's this? Oh. Thank you. Okay, cool. Let's... You know what? I'm just going to play with my opponent's cards. This sounds way more fun than playing with my own cards. What? Does this not work? This does not work. This is just a 3-3. This was supposed to have... I do not approve, guys. I am the Grumpies at how that went. I'm just saying. Okay, maybe it's just the first one. You know what? Maybe it's just the first one. We're going to test this out for bugs. Oh yeah, we're going to meeting over here. Yeah, more again. Sure, we'll put it on this thing. More Xander. More free cards. Yep, I'll take another meeting of the 5. No, I do not want a goblin. Actually, I take that back. I do want a goblin, but I'm not going to be playing the goblin. I'm not playing the knight either. Sheoldred, you're going to turn into a vanguard. Here. You may have target creature get oil 1. Okay, I don't care. Sure, you're going to get oil 1. Nope, I'm getting goblins. Okay, I don't care about the goblins. Goblins, go away. You're going to turn into dragons. Dragons are way cooler than goblins right now. I never said that, guys. Don't tell the goblins I said that, please. Alright, so we're going to do this, which is going to get me more of those, which is going to destroy more of my opponent's stuff, which is going to offer me goblins again, which I don't want. And then we're going to go ahead and throw stuff away. We're going to definitely want a meeting of the 5 again. You. Give it the boost. Okay, so the first one doesn't get the boost. It's only the first one that doesn't get the boost. Because of course it's only the first one that doesn't get the boost. All of them should get the boost. Okay, I've got a Mox Emerald. Wait, so if I do this... I'm just curious. If I do this, will the Emerald give Meeting of the 5 mana? And then will my Mox down here... Oh, that's... Okay, that's just going to be Meeting of the 5 mana. Whatever. Meeting of the 5 can get mana. Why not? Play more cards. Again, you give the thing to the dragon, please. And Xander, they don't have any cards to lose. And you... I don't actually want any of these. But my opponent's dead. Shieldred's a very cool card. Alright, my opponent's dead. So, here's the thing about Ashiok, right? Ashiok is good as a Planeswalker because Ashiok's first ability is able to draw you cards and give them mana. And you're allowed to pick which cards you draw, which is even more important. And because it gives 7 mana, if you're using a Mox or something, you give it full mana, which is really, really good. If you're running more things that are on that lower curve, you can also get a lot out of it as well. So if you decide to run something like... Here, I'll show you some of the primary cards that I would suggest running. I don't need to show everything. So if we go... I should have done it this way. Right, so the good cards are going to be things like a Mox. You're going to get full mana to the Mox with Ashiok's first. Infinite Obliteration, you're going to get full mana to with Ashiok's first, which is going to be a massive pain for your opponent. And then the other one that's pretty good is if you decide to run Snuff Out as your removal card. This one's pretty good to run with Ashiok just because it's going to get full mana. And then you're just going to be able to start destroying stuff. And so you can do stuff like that with her. But here's the thing about Ashiok, right? Ashiok is good, but Ashiok is not great. Because it's just... The design of Ashiok is really cool. And I like Ashiok. But I'd put Ashiok in like the B tier maybe. Or maybe the... Like somewhere between A and B. Probably B. Just because you're really using Ashiok for the first ability pulled from Dreams. There's very rarely going to be a time when you're going to be using the third ability. And you'll never sleep again. Because there's just so much control that you can run in Ashiok that you really don't need to use the third. The second ability to make 6 of these Black Nightmare tokens just isn't great. I suppose that I could have used Gen to put the Wicked roll on these Nightmare tokens to make them a little bit stronger and then just try to keep pumping out more and more of the Nightmare tokens. But 13 loyalty for 6/6 just isn't enough to justify doing it unless you're doing it to kill something, but even then you're not going to keep using it. So you might as well use the first ability because 7 loyalty to draw 2 cards and give them both 7 mana is very reasonable. So between Ashiok's passive, which I really, really like because it lets you run all the black burn yourself cards and you just gain life, along with the pulled from Dreams, makes Ashiok a very, very good Planeswalker. It's just not a great Planeswalker, right? Like, it doesn't have a win condition built in. It has You'll Never Sleep Again as a potential win condition, but because it's not based on the number of cards in your exile, it's based on the number of cards with the Nightmare emblem in your exile, it's just a little bit weaker than I feel like it could be. So I think if they didn't have that contingency thing there for cards with a Nightmare emblem, that this Ashiok would be a little bit better. So that's where I am with Ashiok. I'm going to make a full review video on Ashiok. I do very much like this deck, though. This deck is a fun deck. This is a really cool deck. But, I mean, this was mostly fun for me because of Shieldred, honestly. That card is really cool. If my opponent was playing better creatures, that would have been way more fun. But my opponent was not using cooler creatures. And having just this combination of Xander destroying things from my opponent's library, and then Shieldred just bringing everything back, and then having Vraska go ahead and proliferate Escalate was really, really cool to me. But that's where that was at. So yeah, so that's Eriette, and that's Ashiok. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play one more match with Eriette in the fun deck just because there's a lot more of you guys here now than there were at the start of the stream. And so this will give you guys a chance to see Eriette in action in a really, really cool deck. And then I'm going to sign off to eat some lunch. My kids have early dismissal today, so I want to make sure that I can eat before I pick them up. So this will be my last match for today's stream. All right, so we've got Eriette in the starting hand, which is pretty good. We definitely want to play Eriette, and we've got both. We got two Nature's Embraces in hand as well, which is also really, really good. So here, I could take. I'm gonna take the white match just because I'm playing against Teferi. So, white is gonna be the way to go against Teferi here. And then my opponent does nothing. Ooh, I got Light Pause. Well, this is great. You guys get to see everything start going off really quickly here. All right, so let's go with... Ooh, that was a big lag spike. That was a big lag spike there. All right, so let's get... Oh, we got another Light Pause. Perfect. Do I have a good match here for this? Yes, I do. Let's gain some loyalty here. So I'm doing this specifically to gain loyalty. So we're going to confirm. We're going to pull... Oh, so something that you don't see is when I'm using Light Pause, I'm always taking this last Nature's Embrace over here. So that these three all stay in my deck where they're supposed to be, so I can draw into them if I want. But this here I'm doing now just to generate loyalty. My opponent doesn't have any creatures down, so obviously I'm not giving them can't attack by doing that. But gaining the loyalty is going to be really good because, oh man, we got Eriette. That's beautiful. It's going to get me closer to my third ability. How close am I? 3 loyalty away from the third. Okay. Let's see. Is there a way to get the third this time? Not cool. Well, maybe. Probably not. But, oh, yep, we got it. Cool. So we got our third ability now, which is good. So now, I got another one of these, which is good. All right, so let's play this. Okay, so now I just want... What? I want the Curse of Vitality down, so that I can actually have a way of killing my opponent. I suppose I should have maybe played the other aura there, the conversion aura. That would have made some sense. Oh no. I don't love seeing this thing. I'm gonna be honest. I don't love seeing that thing. So let's move things this way. Let's do this. Because with the way that this deck works, we're just making it so that we aren't actually destroying things. We're just sort of making it so they can't attack. So this just means that I won't be able to have cards. Oh, that's really not good. All right, let's do Nature's Embrace to hopefully break up that black 5-match Zilla thing over there on the bottom. Okay, cool. That got rid of that. That's going to get me my first, which is good. Light Pause, Nature's Embrace, sure, Multani onto her. We're going to get Nature's Embrace going, and another one. Please give me more matches. Don't give my opponent the 5-match. Nah, my opponent got the 5-match, because of course they did. Well, okay. This isn't the end of the world, necessarily. That actually is really bad, though. Okay. That's way less bad now. So let's take this. Okay. You guys both have completed. Cool. So let's see. Can this give me both of them? Okay, cool. That gives me Eriette. But I don't have the biggest creature down. So I can't actually play Nature's Embrace here. Ooh. What level is my poison at? 6. And I need it to be 10. Suboptimal. Suboptimal. So making these 2 Phyrexian matches is gonna boost it up a bit. All right, that's okay. Losing all the cards is not too bad here because I've got my third ability down, which is really, really handy here. Okay, so getting to Fairy would be really, really solid. So let's see, what level are you at now? 7. This is gonna bring you up to 10. So I'm not going to play anything, but I do need to eventually be playing something, I suppose. That is a downside. I do need to be playing something at some point. So, is there a way that I can get myself into a position to play something? Because it's whenever I cast, right? Creature, Vanguard. Okay, so I need to start being able to cast stuff. That's at 7, so I'm going to have that next turn. Let's get rid of my opponent's matches a little bit. Let's see. Can I cast something this next turn is going to be the question. They got Will. Of course they did. Let's get the Phyrexian Gems. Let's see. Can I cast Light Paws here? I don't think I'm going to have quite enough. I'm not going to have quite enough for Light Paws. I needed to have drawn Eriette there. Look at my mana bonus. What the heck? Is that every turn? Oh man, alright. Well, I'm definitely going to be able to cast Light Paws. So let's do... Okay, if this is my mana bonus, let's do this. This is the way. We're going to Curse of Vitality into Multani's Harmony. And then we're going to give Multani's Harmony to Light Paws. And we're going to confirm that, and we're going to get Nature's Embrace. And I don't have the biggest creature, so it gets destroyed. Doggone it. I needed to do the other thing. I keep forgetting that Nature's Embrace requires me to have the biggest creature down. I'm used to always having my Colony Garden down. And the garden does me one solid. So, alright, mana bonus time is ridiculous. Cool. Well, let's play the garden, because that's going to get me an elemental token. My mana bonus is insane right now. Alright, so I need to get to... What do I need to get to? I kind of want the loyalty. Those mana bonuses should not be that way. Let's do this just for the power. I got the power. We're going to play another Multani's Harmony. Sure, for another Multani's Harmony. For sure, another Multani's Harmony, which does nothing. With sure, for another Multani's Harmony. Alright, let's just pull the Multani's Harmonies out of the deck. Alright, my opponent is kind of stuck here, though. So... Oh, they got a Traxa. Traxa is not my friend. It's not a big problem, though, either, actually, if I think about it. Because I'm going to be playing this thing. Yeah, my mana bonus... The Traxa's not going to block any of these. It's just going to die. Well, that was a wild match. Okay. Cool. My opponent loses. Well, there's Eriette blocking everything down for you guys to see, at least, where nothing could attack, nothing could block, and even though I didn't have cards in my hand, I was able to ultimately whittle my opponent down. So, yeah. It's a really cool deck. It's a really cool card. I hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you all so much for tuning into the stream. I'm going to go ahead and get some lunch and then get my kids from school. I guess I got parent-teacher conferences. So I got a lot going this evening. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you enjoyed the stream and you want to support the stream, there's a link in the description where you can support the stream. Everything is appreciated. If you just like hanging out and chatting, I appreciate you for coming and hanging out and chatting. But yeah, I hope you all have a great weekend. And I will catch you in the next one. Keep an eye out for the Eriette video. The Eriette video should be coming out this weekend as well. So hoping to get that one.